Trevor Young, a new book. Tell us all about it.
Well, thanks, Winston. Yes, it's called Micro Domination, and it has a very long subtitle, which is called How to Leverage Social Media and Content Marketing to Build a Mini Business Empire Around Your Personal Brand. And it's a book that examines, I call it the rise and rise of a new breed of entrepreneur who I call the micro mavens. And this new breed of entrepreneur, they're leveraging the power of the internet. They're using social media technologies and content marketing strategies to build their personal brand, but importantly also grow their business, often on a global scale.
And they're doing it in pretty quick time too, aren't they? It's really shortened timelines to build empires. Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to say that it's certainly not a get rich quick, and all the micro mavens that I've researched and studied, they work very, very hard. So on one hand, it's not instant, but the fact that you can, develop your platform and grow a personal brand on a global level, become a global micro brand, as it were, to do that in years gone by it was very difficult to do. In fact, you couldn't do it unless you had a big, a media platform of a traditional sense. But now people are using, their NAS and their social media and internet savvy, and they are doing it. So yes, they're doing it quick, but it still takes years to build a solid brand.
And of course, you've got to start at the beginning, and that's have a good product or service to begin with. Then it's a matter of telling people about it, surely.
Well, yeah, the way I look at it is a lot of what the micro mavens do, and locally we look at a guy called Darren Rouse, who is mostly known as Pro Blogger. He runs a couple of blogs that collectively have got 5 million unique visitors a month. Gary Vaynerchuk overseas, Jonathan Fields, Chris Brogan. These are names that probably won't mean anything to anyone, but if you go and Google them, you'll find out all about them and then some. But they don't start with the products. They start by building their brand and adding value and giving. So Gary Vaynerchuk has got a new book coming out soon. He's tentatively titled it Jab, 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 Right Hook, which is a metaphor for give, ask. So you give a lot of your knowledge and your expertise, and you connect with people, and you build your brand that way. And then once you've got a community and a tribe of followers, that's when you start releasing products, books. That's when people will start recommending you and buying from you. So it's kind of turning that probably more traditional way on its ear a little bit.
And your book not only tells the story of some of these micro mavens, I imagine it will tell us or outline a how-to step-by-step way of doing it.
Yes, I have. I have used the word blueprint. It's probably taken a little bit of license there. While I have been sort of stepping it out, it's probably more of a laying of breadcrumbs, if I may use that expression.
Yeah, I love that expression.
Sorry?
I love that expression. We'll all be Hansel and Gretel's.
We will indeed. Because it's really, there's a number of paths, a number of trails. I've tried to take a sweep across a really broad landscape. And in any of the areas that I talk about, you could deep dive and you could go down, a rabbit hole forever. So I was very conscious about not, because different people will need a different approach. So I've still made it quite from a helicopter view, but have got into a bit of nitty-gritty right across the board. So the 4 key areas I look at is really developing your platform in the first place, and then building your personal brand. And once you're doing that, at the same time, you can start growing a business with multiple pipelines of revenue. So you could be start speaking professionally, writing a book, having information products, coaching, mentoring, consulting, that sort of thing. So multiple revenue streams. And then the ultimate goal is to live the lifestyle that you want. So to fit your business into your lifestyle versus the other way around. So for some, that might mean I want a bricks and mortar business, or it might mean I want it, as Natalie Sisson, one of the micro mavens I cover in the book, her handle is The Suitcase Entrepreneur. And she literally lives out of a suitcase and runs a six-figure business around the world, wherever she is. She just pretty much needs internet connection, but even then she can run it without internet connection because she has a virtual team behind her. So it covers all of that space, Winston, which is quite broad territory, but does it in such a way that people can grasp what's of interest to them and go and do a deeper dive later on.
So it's good practical stuff, not an academic treatise, Trevor.
Not academic at all. So I've sort of had this theory. What I've done is try to join the dots for people. I think that's probably what I've done successfully. And then using examples of people that are out there doing it and using them for illustrative purposes. So, I look at 7 characteristics of what is a micro maven today, and then I give examples of what different people are doing, just to bring it to life, because to show that people are actually out there doing this. This is a trend, it's happening, and can you see yourself in this picture?
And the book is out now, Trevor?
It is. It'll be. It's definitely out. Yep, you'll be able to buy it online at Amazon and in good bookstores in Australia.
And available as a Kindle edition, no doubt.
Everything's available on everything these days. That's one good thing about having a good publisher. They make all that sort of stuff happen. Although, a lot of people are self-publishing today with all the tools that are out there. It makes life a lot easier to be able to self-publish today than you used to. I've gone the choice of a major publisher, Wiley, who are quite big they're very big in the business publishing world. But people are also publishing their own, and we look at that as well in the book about self-publishing and the benefits of doing that as well.
Well, if it's written as well and as interestingly and with the information that you provide and everything else you write, Trevor, I'm sure it's going to be something that every one of us needs to have a look at. Is there a website?
Probably the best website to go to is microdominationbook.com, and it's got everything there.
Okay, well, we should catch up with you and get an autographed copy of the book, because I understand that in the event of an author's demise, the value goes up rapidly.
Yeah, thanks for that. I hope that's not a self-fulfilling prophecy.
No, it's not. It's just a way. I don't think I'll use that.
You can use that. That's fine.
Trevor Young, thank you.
Thank you, Winston. Cheers.